What is up, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. So hope you guys are all having a great day today. So again, before I start, I'm not going to be doing this for too long, but I did want to mention, for those who are curious about what happened to Imperium, basically what I found was everybody wants Atlas. So what I did was I did a small merge with War Enforcers, which was a team who was really low on members, but it has Atlas. So I'm going to be leader of this team once the merge is completely done with. So I will be leader. And yeah, so if you're interested in joining, I'm looking for levels 200 plus with Garnet Dragons or higher. We are ready for Sapphire for sure, because I know that Sapphire 3 at least, we can definitely get up to that pretty quickly. So yeah, definitely a strong team. We are crushing the war out so far. 240 and defenses 61 versus 7. We did a pretty massive wave. And yeah, so let me know if you want to join. But okay, let's talk about this right here. Garnet's here. Now, I was actually in an LC earlier, and a guy was talking about, my Sapphire video, which I did a couple days ago. The second part is coming out today, probably along with this one. But he asked me, what about Garnet tier? So, I think I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm just going to go through the tier. We're going to go through Legendaries, and then we'll do Mythics. Hopefully, it's not going to be a two-parter, but we'll see. I ramble on a lot. So, yeah, we'll see. Okay, so I don't have as many dragons in this tier as I did the previous tier, but I do know quite a lot of people who have these. And yeah, let's talk about it. So, Avalanche, Malefic Breath, Heat Shield, Seething Spark, Trebuchet Resist. A warrior. And to be quite honest with you, I'm not too impressed with him, because here's the deal. One, the resist is okay. I mean, I almost never see trebuchets on bases that are around where you'll be getting Garnet, ever. I see more ballistas, actually, than I see trebuchets, literally. So, the resist, it's alright. It's not the best, for sure. But in terms of his actual spells, Malefic Breath just isn't that great. It's okay, but, again, it just doesn't do enough damage if it's being defended. If someone's spamming repairs, literally it does nothing, because once you use it and it has that low cooldown, a defender can just hit a repair and it basically counteracts the entire spell. I mean, Heat Shield is nice because you get that percentage HP back, but overall I would probably rate him a 4 in usability. I would never use this guy for wars unless I was attacking somebody a lot lower. And that's not just because he's a warrior, because certain warriors are really freaking good. I know people like Air Force are going to kill me for that, but honestly, it's the truth. This guy just isn't that great. The spells, there's just no synergy, really, which you really need. So, yeah, that's Avalanche. 4, I would not suggest getting him up to Expert and stuff like that. Not worth it. Okay. Goldie. So, Goldie can, it's normally called Jewel. Jewel can solo the Invader, high-level Invader at level 2. The second that you get Southern Cross, it's GG, well played for Invader. Really, really nice dragon for Invader base. It's actually, in fact, the only Garnet dragon that I got up to Expert. Simply because I got used to him on so many runs in Atlas to farm XP on my, not XP, to farm gold. Because it's so quick. This right here, the Southern Cross, it basically deals damage, which kills most buildings. And then it restores rage. So you use it, and then you get 2.5 rage back. Per building you kill, you get 0.5 rage back. Okay? So it's pretty repetitive, you know what I'm saying? You just go down, you use it, you get all the rage back, then you use it again, you get all the rage back, and it's really useful. Again, Spell Flux is really nice resist, so, not as resist, a really nice spell. Nocturnal Fisher, honestly, I never really used it on her. I just used Southern Cross and or Spell Flux. And then this is really nice for Invader. But other than that, against normal bases, what you really have to do is you have to spam Spell Flux while turning and then use this to try and kill off the buildings. But that rarely happens because normally you can't use Spell Flux fast enough before you get hit by Dark Flak. And once you get hit by Dark Flak, you can't cast spells. So you're a sitting duck, basically. And then you get hit by all the mages, so you don't have rage to do it, and it's a big mess. Overall, Goldie, if it's XP bases, I would rate it a solid 9. Really, really good dragon for XP bases, but other than that, yeah. For actual bases, I would say like a 5. Max. because, and again, unless you're going against really low bases, she just doesn't have the spells that really, there's no healing spells, which you really need for sorcerers and hunters to be really, really strong. To some extent, of course. There's some exceptions, but most of the time, you want that healing spell of some sort. So yeah. Or extreme damage spells like this, but you don't have a way to gain a lot of rage if there's a mage around. So, yeah. That's Goldie, or Jewel. Frostbiter. Definitely the best dragon in this entire tier, even including the mythics. Definitely a strong dragon. Wish I could have gotten him, but you have Crystalline Shield, you got Crumble Dust, you got Cloak. Again, Cloak, one of the just classic hunter spells that makes a lot of hunters really strong. And then Ice Turret Resist, which is definitely a strong, resist, because everybody has Ice Turrets these days. So, the reason why Frostbiter is really good is because, 1, he's a hunter, 2, he has Cloak, but 3, a lot of people use this guy and Hosset together. So what they'll do is they'll go into a base, set it up with Hosset, or Necrix, like Air Force does, and then, let's say they go in with Necrix like he did with Princess Dread. Then he goes in with Hosset, and he sets up these Crumble the Dusts on different buildings. Because remember, Crumble the Dust, the first cast, which is 2 rage, makes it so where it weakens towers and basically reduces damage that you'll take from the towers and increases damage that you'll do to them. And then the second cast just wipes them out regardless of the level. So what you can do is you can go in, place Crumble the Dust on the towers on a base with Hosset. Then you go in with Frostbiter, and the countdown on how many times you use Crumble the Dust carries over to the next dragon. So if you put a Crumble the Dust on a set of 5 towers with Hosset, and then your backer comes in, or you come in with Frostbiter and use Crumble the Dust, it will kill any level tower. So it's one of those things where it's it's actually quite good, because it doesn't matter what level the towers are. And then, of course, as a cleanup dragon, he excels extremely because you can cloak over the target, and then use Crumble the Dust right before you go over it, and you don't get hit, and you kill all the towers. And yeah, just overall a very, very, very solid dragon. I wish I could have gotten him. I really regret that I didn't, but it didn't, he just wasn't my breeding path, and I just never got around to using him. So Zaru, the lesser talked about version of, lesser discussed, I guess, version, why do I keep saying version? The lesser hunter. So this guy is a Winter Monkey. He has Crystalline Shield again. He has this Desiccating Sand. He has Steel Essence, and he has Fire Turret Resist. Now, if you take a look at Hosset, it's literally just, not Hosset, Second. It's literally Second, except instead of Sacrifice, you got this spell right here, Crystalline Shield. So overall, I know that Zaru is decent, but I've never seen a lot of people use him. I think Frostbiter more or less outshadows him, so people really, talk a lot about how good Frostbiter is, all this and that about how OP Frostbiter is, and Zaru is kind of left in the back, in the background. I still think he's very, very strong. He has Desiccating Sand, he has Steel Essence. I think part of the reason why is because once you get into Garnet tier and around that level, you start to see less and less fire turrets. So his resist is kind of wasted to an extent, I feel like more than Sekim's did. So that might be it a little bit as well. Also, Sacrifice gives you Rage, which for hunters is really, really nice. So that's part of it as well. Overall, though, I think he's definitely can be used in many situations. He is a strong dragon still. I would say he's probably a 7, solid 7, because he doesn't have a way to really heal himself unless you kill a farm with this right here, Steel Essence. So yeah, that's the only downside, is he doesn't really have a way to heal. And he has no way to dodge damage besides this, but if there's a blue mage, well, I guess you can say the same thing as with Cloak. Okay, never mind. But this doesn't prevent all damage from, what is it called? It's not going to prevent damage from beam attacks 100%. It does block I think 50% or something like that. So yeah, that's Zaru.